Hey y'all, what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to the channel, honey, and welcome back to a conversation about Miss Porsha Williams Guobadia and that husband of hers, Mr. Simon Guobadia, aka that other lady husband, now ex-husband. Okay. But listen, I had to come and chat with you guys about this situation, and really we're gonna get into the details of the court case because I have yet to really get into the details. Okay. All right. So I told y'all your girl wasn't feeling that good, but I'm feeling enough today to get into some things. All right. People are out here alleging that Portia's man is a scammer. Now, this is not really anything new, as people have been calling him a scammer for years. Now, people have also been saying that he African. So are we surprised? Or he Nigerian? Are we surprised? They all scammers down there in ATL. Now listen, girl, I don't know if all of the Africans and the Nigerians or whatnot that are not that don't be doing the stuff that he do. I don't think they appreciate y'all grouping them all together, saying that they all these scammers child down here to the Atlanta. Now I don't think everybody gonna like this. So I don't know, girl. I've been seeing so much of that on my tweets over the weekend. Are we surprised he an African in Atlanta? Are we surprised ain't he Nigerian? Girl, listen. Duh, girl. Them folks over there like we will not have him. Don't group us in with his SHI and the rest of the folks. All of us ain't scammers, child. But anyway, I'm just telling y'all what the people said, honey. But according to the neighborhood talk, because they dropped this bomb shortly after Porsha made her announcement saying that she will be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for the Sweet 16 season. They're alleging, or the girl, it really ain't no alleging in it. It's really whatever the court docs is saying. Okay, this is on record. Okay, with the courts. They're saying court documents show Simon Guobadia is fighting for U.S. citizenship, but his crime-riddled past keeps getting him denied. Bank fraud, credit card fraud, identity fraud, fake marriages, and multiple felonies is holding him back from his U.S. citizenship. Girl, this is messy, honey. Now, I do want to get into a bit of this article, so let me go ahead and pull it up. And while I'm getting this article together, y'all go ahead and make sure that y'all liking up the video. And that's just on P. All right. Now, let's see. And not P as in Porsha, but if y'all want to put it on P as in Porsha, then girl, that's on P as in Porsha. So let's get into it. Okay. So here we have the background of this particular petition. Okay, this is something that Simon brought to the front. Is Simon versus let's go to the top of this and see versus the director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. I guess he wanted to like dispute or come back or give pushback as to why he was denied citizenship, in hopes that, you know, hey, let's try this thing again. And it looks like the courts ended up dismissing it again. Okay, because they said this matter appears before the court of respondents. All right, they're saying motion to dismiss. This matter appears before the respondents. So basically, the citizenship services motion to dismiss. They're saying that the court grants them the motion and dismisses Simon's case. Now let's get into the details because this is the background. They're saying this case arises of Mr. Simon's application for United States citizenship and naturalization. Okay, now they're saying the immigration department denied Simon's application on July 27th of 2022. They're saying Simon requested a hearing on this decision, and the denial, y'all, was reaffirmed. So he over here acting like, girl, did you think getting married to Porsha, sir, was supposed to give you a whole different look? And let me try this again. I'm at a different place in my life right now. I'm much older. Let me see if y'all will give me one now. Will it work with her? Let me reapply. And they say, baby, reaffirm. It's still giving denied. So you could try whatever it is you want to try, but it's still giving denied. But what it's also giving is that he was denied previously and then turned around and got denied again. And my question is, how many times can your ass get denied is what I'm wondering. When was this filed? So it was filed at the top. They're saying that it was filed January 11th of 2024. So I guess he submitted it in 2022, which was the last time he put in an application. So now he's learned somewhere between 2022, 2024, he got a denial. Once he received that denial, he's trying to figure this out again. So he resubmitted. Now, initially, I was thinking when I first saw this must be a scheme that Porsha them set up to come to us with the bullshit, right? because I feel like this is a story Porsha them leaked, and it could be, I don't know. But what I will say is that no, Simon been trying to get this citizenship and get everything, in order way before there was discussions of Porsha coming back to a damn housewife show. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if this is the workings of Porsha now and them exposing their storyline for the next season, or if this is somebody that's hot on their ass now that they have entered back into the universe of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. And now they like, oh, we really on your head, baby. Let me tell y'all, I really feel like this is just the beginning. I do. I feel like this is just the beginning of the exposure. I do feel like more details are likely going to come out about Porsha and his husband. Okay. So y'all thought Porsha Family Matters was something. I feel like, girl, this coming season probably finna be something with way more drama coming out about Miss Porsha. Let me tell you something. NBC Universal said, Porsha, baby, you finna earn this check. You're going to earn this check and any other endeavors you're going to be partnering with us with. Okay. Period. All right. One of them producers by leaked it, girl. Let me stop, but let's keep going. So they're saying that Simon is a Nigerian citizen. All right. They said Simon first entered the United States on August 11 of 1982. Okay. He overstayed his visitor visa because that's one thing Simon going to do. He going to overstay his welcome is what it's given. Okay. They said now he entered the United States in 1982. He overstayed the visitor visa because he was only supposed to be here for a little piece of a while. He overstayed it. And in 1985, they denied his application for adjustment of status. Okay, so I'm not really sure what that means, adjustment of status. Let me look that up real quick, honey. Adjustment of status. I want to look that up and see what exactly is that given. Is that like an extension or something? Like, hey, I overstayed my welcome or whatever like that. Can y'all extend it? Because I'm going to be here a little longer. They're saying adjustment of status is the process that you can use to apply for lawful permanent resident status. Oh, so after you overstayed your welcome, sir, you had the gall, the audacity to sit up here and apply. After you've overstayed your welcome already, you decided to apply for permanent residence in the United States. Child, ain't that something? Oh my. Okay then. Well, I'm not surprised why it was denied. Because you already can't follow the damn rules. We done sat up here and allowed you into the country. You supposed to be here only on a visa. Instead of you taking your ass home, you trying to see how many more nights you could stay here. Girl, that is something that's okay. You trying to stay here forever. Oh no. Let's keep going. They said he was declared deportable and voluntarily deported or departed from the United States on December 28th, 1985. So basically it was given, we finna deport your ass back. Period. And he was like, y'all ain't got to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my hometown willingly because I don't know how y'all system work. So let me go ahead and get the hell out of Dodge. And that's what he did in December of 1985. All right. See, Simon thought he was going to be here for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. And they said absolutely not. Okay. How old is Porsha? Let me look up Porsha Williams' age, because the fact that I'm sitting over here looking at these years while he's over here being damn near a grown man roaming the streets of the United States, Porsha Guobadia or Miss Porsha Williams, honey, 1981, girl, you was just in your barely getting out of damn pull-ups, wasn't it? Barely getting out of Pampers because you was born in 1981. Girl, ain't that something? See, when you look at it at that time, girl, it's just cringe-worthy. I shouldn't really. But, Simon damn near a whole ass, I'm not sure how old he was, but I would want to believe he was in his teens or probably early 20s or something, possibly. Maybe I'm wrong, but he came to the United States in 1982, just roughly almost a year after Miss Porsha was born. Okay? Child, ain't that something? Was you looking for that? Anyway, let me go. Let me keep going. So they say he then re-entered the United States in June of 1986. All right. They said that Simon again overstayed his 6-month visitor visa. So one thing about Simon, he will overstay his welcome. Okay. He will definitely overstay his welcome is what is given. They said in September of 1987, Simon was arrested for bank and credit card fraud and pled guilty to a felony offense. Now, they said he was arrested in January 1989 for unauthorized use of a vehicle and again in May of 1990 for fraud. So 1987, Simon, you just been out here doing what you want to do. And what's killing me is how long you've been able to get away with it. Girl, what? Oh my. You came down in 85, overstayed your welcome, got denied and sent back in what, 86? Or no. You came down in 82, got denied in 85, then turned around and had to leave in 85. You came back the next year in 86, re-entered the United States. They gave you a 6 months visa. You overstayed your welcome then. And by the next year, overstaying your welcome, you done sat up there and got charged for different types of fraud. And you also pled guilty. Girl, ain't that something? Then you was arrested in January 1989, just a few years after that, 2 years later, because you was over there operating unauthorized use of a vehicle. And then for fraud a year later. You just had stuff back to back to back to back to back. I ain't gonna judge you too much, child, but I'm just, it's out here for the people to see, honey. Now, they said in January 1991, they're saying that Simon committed another felony offense, which was credit card fraud. You're never going to get citizenship. Like, I don't know if you're ever going to get citizenship, sir. They said in April 1991, an immigration judge held a hearing and ordered Simon to be deported. In 1991, he was supposed to get out of Dodge. But on March 4th, 1992, they say that they went ahead and they deported him and physically removed his ass from the United States. Like, you're out of here, you're done. Now, before his March 1992 removal, they said October 24th, 1988, they're saying that Simon used a different identity to seek temporary resident status under the Special Agricultural Worker Program. So by any means necessary, Simon was determined to keep his grasp on America and stay here in some type of fashion. They said he also did not include his criminal history on his application. And when his application was approved, he was given a registration card as a temporary resident in 1991. Now, as a part of that program, okay, they had some immigration benefits, and Simon's temporary resident status was automatically converted to a permanent resident status following the waiting period. So he thought he was going to finesse his way through. If I cannot get through the front door, let me go around to the back door. Oh, y'all done locked the back door too. Well, I'm sure y'all got one of these windows around this place that is cracked. So let me work my magic and slide up in there some kind of way. So I'm gonna go through one of the windows. That's what it's giving. Okay. They said Simon received his permanent residency card on April of 92, days after he had been deported under his otherwise undisclosed identity. Wait, let me go back. Simon. So Simon's temporary resident status was automatically converted to permanent resident status following the waiting period. Okay. But didn't they say that? Okay. They said Simon used a different identity to seek temporary resident status under this program. So under the program, you used a whole different damn name to stay in America 26 days after you had been deported under your other undisclosed identity name. Wait. What? So before you was removed March 1992. That's wild. He received, I guess, 26 days after. So he had already been deported, is what they saying. So they deported him in March. And then 26 days later was when his permanent residency card made it. So what the hell did you do to get caught up to get shipped the hell out of here in 92? Let me see. Oh, he had that hearing It was okay, you had the credit card fraud, and because of that credit card fraud, they they had a hearing for you, and they ordered that you be deported. This is some crazy stuff here. So they're saying on December, so they're skipping from 1992 and they're getting all the way down to December of 2016. They said that Simon applied for naturalization under his second identity and was denied because his temporary resident status was unlawfully granted, meaning they found out and figured out that he went through that program under an alias or whatever the case was, and he was denied. So the fact that you over here trying to get naturalization, we not giving it to you because what you had already got was unlawful. You wasn't even supposed to get what you did get in 2016. I'm just wondering, when did he make it back to America in between 92 and 2016 for him to apply for a naturalization? Okay, girl. And then he applied under the second identity. The one that had been granted, from what it seems like, the one that gave him the temporary resident status, it seems like that's the one that he applied under. Since he got that temporary, let me apply for naturalization as well. And they like, hell no, because the one that you got now ain't even real. You got that on some fluke stuff. So we can't grant that at all, sir. No, not over here in this department, not in our office, sir. We don't do that over here. Yikes. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so they said on December of 2020, all right, they said Simon filed another application for naturalization. So he waited 4 years later. See, Simon, why you be thinking people be forgetting stuff? People don't be forgetting stuff, just like we ain't forget you was with that lady when you got with Porsha. But either way, let's keep going. All right. Now they say following an interview with Simon, okay, the immigration department again denied Simon's naturalization application. So y'all had a sit down interview with this man, or was it like an over the phone type thing? Either way, y'all sniffed out the fact that he was a scammer or something. It was like, we ain't giving it to him. Ooh, child. So then they go on and say that the immigration department explained that he was ineligible because he had not been lawfully admitted for permanent residence. His temporary resident status achieved through this particular program and its benefits had been based on a different identity. Therefore, disqualifying him. Okay. They said a different identity and disqualifying criminal inadmissibility. Basically, he left out his criminal history. And then not only did you leave out your criminal history, you filed under a false name. And you willfully withheld that information. So then they go on to say that in October of 2022, honey, Simon requested a hearing on this decision. And not you requesting a hearing when they already sat out and told you to your motherfucking face why you ain't get it. Why do you think that you finna change anything? See, you don't finessed enough people. You have finessed enough people over the years, and you thought that you was going to be able to go back in there and finesse them in a different way. The way you finessed all these other folks. Absolutely not. So on October 24th of 2022, they said Simon requested a hearing on this decision. And immigration department said, baby, you can request as much as you want to, but we finna remind you again that it's given a denial. Yes, Your Honor, we are. It's giving heavy on the denial. Please deny it. Deny this application for naturalization because it's not going down. And it was denied like a month later. Period. Who child? So then last year on March 2023, Simon filed the instant complaint in this court and asked the court to vacate the denial and remand with instructions to grant him at least that application. Okay, that's what he's saying. Let's keep going. So the respondent is what they're saying, the legal standard, a respondent may move to dismiss a complaint for failure to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. When considering a rule motion to dismiss, the court accepts the factual allegations made in the complaint as true and construes them in the light most favorable to the petitioner, which is basically Simon. So let me just scroll this and see if there's anything. Let me just skim this. All right. Let me just skim this. Let's get to the analysis. All right. So Simon complaint asked this court to vacate the immigration's decision denying him the application, the naturalization application, okay, and remand with instructions to grant his application. All right, so they want them to allow him to continue to submit, okay, or reconsider this denial that they done already gave me. Okay, but of course the immigration department wanted to move to dismiss. They like, no, let's go ahead and dismiss this case because he has failed to assert a basis for the court to grant his naturalization. Like, he ain't even really giving us nothing as to why, they should grant it. You just asking for it to be granted. All right, so they said briefing on the immigration department's motion to dismiss is complete. The court must determine if Simon has stated a claim that his application should be granted based on the information in his complaint and its attachments. Okay, let's see what else they're saying. Let's see here. Ooh, what does this say? Let's go up. It says the applicant must be a lawful permanent resident for at least 5 years, residing in the United States continuously between his application and admission to citizenship, and be a person of good moral character attached to the principles of the Constitution of the United States. Okay, and well disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States. Y'all think Simon may be a person of good moral character? Obviously, they didn't feel like he was, which is why they ended up dismissing the damn case. We hate to hear it. M. Barry Singh. Okay, is there anything else? Now the immigration department said, yeah, they failed to they denied Simon's application because he failed to show he was a lawful permanent resident. Wait, Simon, how long you been here? You've been here for at least 5 years. And you failed to show that you was a lawful permanent resident? How that happened? How you couldn't show that information? Did you forget to submit it, or is your houses not in your name? What is that about? Okay, they're saying that Simon's permanent resident status arose from his application for the immigration benefits back in 92. So do they want you to go back and prove that from 92 or something? Child, they said the factual record shows that Simon's application had been based on a number of misrepresentations and concealments. And that's why. Okay. They said Simon applied for SAW benefits under a different identity, misrepresenting his marital status. Ooh, did you say you were single? Improperly answered no to the question of whether he had any prior arrests or convictions. Incorrectly answered no to the question about whether there was any factual basis that made his inadmissible under a particular code based on his criminal history. And they said number 5 was he misstated the date of his last entry into the United States. So basically, you lied. Didn't want them people to know how long you had really been here. You thought they wasn't gonna find out. You thought you was finna game the system. Ah, Simon, honey. Let me skim this and see if there's anything else. So he said, okay, so they're saying Simon first argues that he should be granted naturalization because immigration services has not raised any concerns about his permanent resident status for 3 decades. Boy, what? That's why you feel like you should be granted it? Because they haven't raised any questions about your resident status in 3 decades, sir. It's given that you didn't try to apply for the past 3 decades. That's what it seems to me. That's why they wasn't so worried about your damn status, because you wasn't applying. You probably was still over here illegally living all them damn years. Now you over here probably trying to acquire more, I don't want to say acquire more debt, but trying to do more business, and you about can't move around and shake around how you want to without having that citizenship. Ooh, child, Porsha, what y'all got going over there? How that man over there using you for real? Let's keep going. Okay. What else did they say? Let's keep scrolling. They're saying Simon then argues that he should not be made to bear the burden of the government's mistake. Baby, saying it's the government fault. Y'all didn't do y'all part. Y'all didn't do y'all proper research. So y'all shouldn't hold me to task. That's on y'all. Let's move on. Not so fast. Billy Ballhead, come here. Come here, not so fast, honey, because we going off of how you've shown yourself in the past. And you've cut the dog fuck up then. So who's to say that you ain't lying now? And if you not lying now, you ain't trying to show us how you're a lawful resident right now, a lawfully permanent resident yourself. You ain't showing us nothing right now to make us change our minds. If anything, you trying to put the fault off on us and make it seem like it's our fault that we didn't check up on you, knowing you wasn't out here submitting no applications for us to check up on. Hell, for all we knew, your ass wasn't even in America. We thought that you had been deported the hell out. So don't be trying to put that off on us. See, that's one thing about it. You're going to try and deflect. Okay? Because that's what you did with that situation with your girl. Okay? When she was messing around with Jalen or whatever the case was, you over there trying to put the focus on her and the fact that she over there cheating on you. But the whole time you was over there zipping it, zoing it, and hanging out with Miss Porsha and doing whatever it is that y'all was over there doing. Okay, but you trying to sit over there and play and pull Jedi mind tricks on the people, just like you trying to play and pull Jedi mind tricks over here in this courtroom, and we're not gonna have it. Okay, let's get that together, but let's keep going. All right, so he argues that the appropriate remedy for the issues regarding his application would have been to terminate his temporary resident status, and he should not be denied naturalization now. So basically what he's saying is y'all should have just denied my last application or my temporary resident status. Y'all should have denied that, but y'all shouldn't deny me naturalization. You know what I'm saying? At least, or not deny it, but y'all should have terminated my temporary resident status. Just terminate me being a temporary resident, but y'all still should at least give me naturalization, because that's a fault of y'all's. Don't be trying to deny me that too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to even look this naturalization thing up. Okay, I'm like, oh, what is that all about here in America? Okay, naturalization is the process to become a U.S. citizen if you were born outside of the United States. Okay, so basically what he's saying is just get rid of the temporary resident status. Y'all could terminate that, but don't deny me actual citizenship in the United States. Like, don't do that to me, baby. No. You got to be a bit more convincing than that, okay? Let's see. It looks like they had submitted a document where they said INS. Hold on one second. Basically, they're saying that the immigration services had been afforded ample opportunity to revoke or terminate his temporary resident status and haven't declined to do so. It lawfully admitted Simon to permanent resident status. But Simon, you want them to get rid of and I could be misunderstanding this, but you want them to get rid of the temporary resident status. But baby, you even obtained all of that under false pretenses. So what you want them to do? You was wrong, okay? Let's keep going. The service may not raise its own lack of action as a ground to deny Simon's citizenship. Basically saying it's y'all fault that y'all didn't, make the proper moves that y'all needed to make when it came to my resident status, but don't deny me no damn citizenship. Don't do that, basically. Let's see what else. Is there anything else that I wanted to cover over here? Just skimming this these documents and seeing if there's anything else. They're saying Simon also argued that statements in his application, whether fraudulent or not, cannot be used against him to deny immigration benefits because of statutory confidentiality protections afforded to that program applications. Now that's real interesting. See, now it makes sense why all of a sudden you wanted to submit this. All of a sudden, because you thought that the statute of limitations was up on that. So you felt like they couldn't go back into the past to prevent you from getting your citizenship. And they showed you just how well that they could. Baby, that past got a tight hold on you, don't it? The court concludes that Simon's argument misses the mark, baby, because what you're not going to do is come into this courtroom and then put blame on one of our fellow agencies. That's not what you're going to do here. You're not about to come into this courtroom, not even being an actual citizen of the United States, and trying to put some off and blame our department. Oh, we're not going to play them games. Not you putting fault on us when you the one that got the shaky pass. Oh, no. We're not going to do that, baby. So they had denied it, girl. They denied his application. They did. So it didn't work out for him. He thought that, you know, he was going to be able to slide on in there, honey. But it looked like his past is definitely holding him back just a little bit, child. And he thought that going a long periodically time without addressing it or applying or submitting applications or anything, he thought he was going to be able to fly under the radar, reapply. And because it's decades later, he thought they didn't still have on files in their system. You thought because people have upgraded in technology, in different technology systems, honey, you thought that they did not transfer your transgressions or whatever from the past. You thought they didn't transfer that stuff, didn't you? Now, that's what you thought. That's what you thought. You thought they wasn't going to transfer it. You thought that they had lost it and like that, Simon. That's what you had thought. And they didn't lose a goddamn thing. They held on to your records, honey. They sure did. And you are still denied. And it's giving heavy on the decline. No matter how much Miss Porsha tries to change and shape that image and change her face and add different, you know, face tunes, photoshops, whatever layers to your images and stuff. Okay, no matter how much she tries to change you in our eye, they said you still the same on that paperwork. It's giving black and white, honey. But either way, we wish you the best. So good luck. Simon over here trying to get his citizenship intact. Doesn't seem to be working out for him. Does he seem to be bothered? I guess not necessarily, because Simon said at the end of the day, I'm still living in America and I'm still a bit of point up. Okay, I'm still some type of resident, even if I ain't got no citizenship. All right. So he over there posting smiley face photos and everything on the Instagram, smoking cigars and stuff, letting the people know that we good this way. House still big, money still long. So for him, he could care less. But child, listen, I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all want to do, because Porsha said y'all not finna interrupt or ruin my happy ending, baby, because it is here. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below about the Guobadias and their situation. I'm Jamie, that's me. But before I go, Simon, baby, what is your real name? Because at this point, I don't even believe that it's Simon Guobadia. And then at this point, the way that you kept getting different visas and finessing and lying and going around and stuff, I'm wondering if you really are divorced. Or do you have any hidden marriages that Porsha knows? And like, are you still tied to some women? You know, because she about to got married to you and didn't realize that you was probably married to 2 other women here in America still. Is what I'm wondering. You know, I think that is illegal. You can't have that many marriages and stuff like that. So I hope that you are officially, you know, divorced. You really are this woman's husband. You know, she's going around saying her name is Porsha Guobadia because obviously she took on your last name. And I just hope that that's really your damn last name, because now we don't know who the hell you are. Now you got people over here wondering if y'all marriage is really real. And I'm like, well, if theirs was fake, then I guess Fallon's was fake as hell too. Okay, and maybe the wife before that as well. Ain't no telling. So, girl, listen, I feel like we're gonna find out on one of them episodes of Real Housewives of Atlanta, because ain't no way y'all finna drop this bomb, then get ready to start filming next month and think ain't nobody finna bring this up. Producers, get on your job. Get on your job. Okay, so that's all that I got. And can I also say this before I go, because I keep saying that's all I got. Obviously, it ain't. Don't think that this is enough to really get the people hyped to want to watch the show. Okay, because y'all gonna still need more than this, because once we get past this little piece of storyline, what else y'all got going on? What else is going on? So y'all better get ready to be dropping shit on a weekly basis to keep the people tuned in and excited and ready to see what Real Housewives of Atlanta got for the people, honey. But that's all that I got for real this time. I'm Jamie, that's me. Subscribe to the channel, like up the video, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And you know, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda, we hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer, we come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest, but drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First time out, I came back with some batteries, stand for my honor. But you run no Connor, packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fuck.